City Hall has mold, and apparently they could care less if you're exposed to it, if their city staff are exposed to it, and unfortunately, their ability to communicate ADA issues is lackluster. I had a meeting with the mayor yesterday, and we were supposed to talk about the mold that I've kept quiet to the town for the last 6 weeks. And I had an agenda that I emailed to him, and there were 4 points to this agenda. Unfortunately, he shows up with 4 city staff members and doesn't have the decency to send me the attachments they shove into my face in the middle of the meeting. The first item on my agenda was to report my health conditions or the allergic reactions I've had as a result of the mold that has just recently brewed up there at City Hall. I wasn't given much time to do that, and unfortunately for the HR lady, when someone has an ADA condition, you may want to listen so that you can fashion a reasonable accommodation. The second thing I wanted to talk about was, can I see a most recent air quality report? You know what? They didn't even have the decency to send me these attachments before the reading, knowing I'm dyslexic. They shoved these in my face, and in the middle of the meeting I figure out this is a 2013 indoor air quality report. That's the most recent indoor air quality report the city has on file to make sure that your health is protected. Right there, they just passed a bond for the library, but hello, did they think about their own workers up at City Hall? The third thing that I wanted to talk about was, what can we do about this? In other words, how can we fix the mold problem up at City Hall so people don't get sick? That would have been a really good opportunity for the mayor to have said, well, Lisa Marie, we're thinking about building a new City Hall. And he and I could have had some consensus building. But instead, none of that occurred. They just tried to lead me on some snipe hunt about 2011 and 2013 and waste my time. The fourth thing I wanted to talk about was my reasonable accommodations, and that's when they shoved this in my face. Their little request form. And one of the people tried to say, well, we have employees with allergy conditions and they don't have problems. Yeah, if you treat your employees like you treat me, shoving this in my face and not having a conversation and accepting any of the ideas we have in the meeting for the reasonable accommodations, I don't think you're going to get very many complaints. And I know how you deal with people up there. Then they refused to hear what my allergic reactions are so they could make the reasonable accommodations. Apparently now this is a process, a 10-day process. So now City Hall, you're going to get a typed up version, not the one that I wrote in chicken scratch right there in front of you, hoping I would get some guidance on the form, but your HR lady didn't even provide that for me. Now I'm going to sit down and put my little capoletta, you know capoletta means little cap, right? I'm going to put my little capoletta cap on, and I'm going to type up a memorandum about how the accommodations request yesterday went badly wrong, which now you're on the razor's edge of ADA complaint. And then I'm going to ask for my accommodations proper in addition to the memorandum cover sheet. And then I'll kindly provide y'all with my mold allergy report.